guys, it's me Shubhangi. It's good to be back. So it turns out I gave it some thought, and it turns out like I have no idea where I'm going with this channel or what I'm doing. But till I figure it out, I've decided I'll let it just go, and it'll be a khichdi maybe. So today I wanted to talk about my top 5 favorite book picks that I think anyone who likes reading or wants to get into it should maybe try out. It's all fiction, not non-fiction. Might be closely derived from real life, but fiction nevertheless. And I really enjoy reading it, and every time I read it, I get something new out of it. So I think it's a good idea to point these out. They deserve special mentions. So at number 5, I have put The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This was a book that I came across back in class 9, I think, and I still read it to this day whenever I'm like a little down. It's about Nazi Germany, so I don't know how that reflects, but it's first of all directed from the or narrated from the point of view of death. So that's really interesting, and it talks about Nazi Germany and a girl called Liesel who comes across death 3 times in her life, and finally he takes her. But it's a beautiful read. It explains the whole war, the whole time then in such a beautiful manner while creating a story as well. So I really appreciated that particular book, and I think everyone should read it once. So that's number 5 for me. I'll insert a picture here because I'm in the process of moving right now, and I haven't received all my books yet. The whole carton is missing, but the books is here. Okay, so at number 4 I have Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Hepburn. So this is again a very interesting read. I came across this back in class 11, I think, and it's interesting because when one hears the word time traveler, they assume the story will be about the time traveler, but this book is completely from the perspective, the feelings, the emotions of the wife of the time traveler. So that is an interesting take. I'm realizing there is a repetition in narration here from me as well, that I enjoy the narrative, and that's true. So it basically, the background of the book would be that how they never meet, the time traveler and his wife never meet at the same point of time. And while without giving spoilers, it's just really interesting to see them meeting at different points of their life across their entire lives. And the ending is also really sweet, and the whole book like is a page turner. It is not a thriller or anything, but it really gets you thinking. So I like that. Would definitely recommend. Again, do not have the book, will insert it here. Hope you read it and enjoy. Okay, so next at number 3 I have Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Bosky. I'm not very sure how the last name is pronounced, but I think there's a movie also made for this, in case anyone's more interested for the movie. I've not seen it personally myself, but the book was just, it's not very big first of all, so in case anyone wants to start with something not very challenging, this could be it. It's about this really introverted, self-thinking, completely I won't say self-absorbed, but someone who analyzes everything a lot from the perspective of such a guy. And honestly, again, this is a very critical, it talks about how this person observes everyone, while as the name suggests, he does not feel part of the daily happenings in life. Very much like a Catcher in the Rye, one would say, but not really, because he's not sarcastic or anything. He does not have a very humorous way of talking. He's just plain simple him, and he sees people from his lens that way. I know I'm not making myself very clear, but if till now you have agreed with or have yourself read any of the books I've mentioned till now, maybe you might give this a try in case you've not. Or you can add in the comments what you think I should have said for this book, or if any other book you find similar to this premise. So yeah, again, do not have the book, inserting it here. At number 2, I would put Handle with Care by Jodi Picoult. Now, this particular author, I have so much love and respect for her. I think I'll do a whole video for all her books maybe that I've read. But this particular book was my first of this particular author. Again, I'm going to talk about perspective all over again. So the way she writes, there have been books, not this particular one, but certain books that I've read of written by her that don't necessarily have the best storyline, but I so adore the way she writes, the narration, the it just makes you think. It opens your mind to the fact that maybe there is not just a black and white, there is all gray, and I won't even say gray, it's a rainbow, and you won't take the side of anyone who's the apparent antagonist or the supposed protagonist, but everyone has a perception about how they are approaching life and why they are doing the actions that what leads to them doing certain actions. It's justified in their heads, which is how real life is, isn't it? So Handle with Care is about two sisters and how one of them has osteogenesis imperfecta, and how that impacts, which by the way is a real disease, which impacts the life of everyone around her, and how and it tells the different POVs of everyone, which is point of view of everyone in different chapters, and it just really makes you think. And that's her across all her books. And also her cover, just a special mention, always has this one question that makes you think, like for example, for this particular book, it would, sorry, I'm back. So on this particular cover, it would have been that the only way to save your daughter is to tell the world you wish she had never been born. What would you do? So other questions, like there's another book called My Sister's Keeper by the same author, which says the only way to save your daughter is to sacrifice her sister. What would you do? So think about it, and it really makes you wonder, oh my god, what would I have done in the same situation? So anyway, that is a lot I've said about Handle with Care. I'll probably do a whole video about this particular author. Again, book insert. And then my number one is, I know a lot of you will be disappointed because it's Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, a very classic addition to the list. But it just, and even the movie, I know a lot of you will come after me because the movie, usually the movies are not appreciated as much, but the 2005 movie, oh my god, it, again, I feel, just to give a background of the book, it's set back in really old times in England, I think, but again, the backdrop does not matter because it's about how this girl manages to or two people find each other, and they manage to taper down their own prejudices and their own pride, as the name suggests, to finally come together. Like, they appreciate each other enough, and that is so rare in the modern day as well. So I guess that is why the book is so relatable even today. And it's just such a lovely it's like when you're sick and you get something good and you want to hold it, the book feels that way. So Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So yes, those were my top 5 books. Of course, I could have done special mentions, but I feel the video will become too long. So yeah, do read them, or let me know what you think about them in case you've already read it. And do add things that you think I should read, because I would love to get your suggestions. Thank you. See you again very soon. Look at these clouds, pretty, aren't they? Enjoy.